Hello, everyone. My name is Dave Boehne. I got a new haircut, but that's not why we're here. We're here for the InfinTREE podcast with my special guest, Juliet DuHaime. Substar, incredible athlete, quickly becoming a social media icon, and you're currently ranked #1 in the world on the APP World Tour. Juliet DuHaime, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And
Thanks for having me.
we're glad to have you here. And you guys could probably guess we are friends. We know each other, and so this podcast might be kind of hard to do because there's probably going to be a lot of laughing going on. Maybe not, but Juliet, what's up? So you're in Cali. You've been busy. You've been busy lately. You've been all around. The world kind of thing. Having some fun, going to some races, training, and it's a nice balance there.
Yeah.
What have you been up to? Give us a little update of where you've been, what you've been doing.
Yeah. So this year's been gnarly. Like I've gotten to see so many places because of stand-up paddling. And yeah, this year just been training, paddling, and mainly racing the APP. I did an ICF in Greece, and I went to Portugal, um, and Spain. So it's been pretty cool. And
Did you actually do? Well, it's crazy how like the racing in Europe is getting so important, and that's why you spent some time there, obviously. But like, did you? I can't remember. Did you do some Euro Tour stuff this year?
I just did one, the one in Santa Pola. That it was Euro Tour, long distance, and then they had the sprints the next day, the APP sprints. Yeah.
Cool. So like, it's kind of funny. We were even just talking about it before here. Like, I think a lot of people know you represent Argentina, but you have good English. You're in the USA a lot. Like, so where do you call home? Like, what's the deal with Argentina, USA, and all that stuff?
Yeah. So I was born in New Jersey, lived there until I was 11. My dad's from New Jersey, mom's from Argentina. So when I was 11,
#1 fan, Juliet's mom, by the way.
yeah, she's out there always supporting on the socials. But yeah, so when I was 11, they just sat me down one day and were like, "Hey, we're moving to Argentina in like a month and a half. So yeah, you're just gonna have to say goodbye to your friends and we're just gonna move there." And I did, and it was like pretty hard at the beginning because I only had my family, like I didn't have friends there. And then when I started the new school, like it was all Spanish, like English was a subject. So, and I was like the super like new American girl, so everyone wanted to be my friend, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, it was hard. I had to learn Spanish and just adapt to that culture. And yeah, but luckily it was pretty good. I made some good friends that like helped me out, and went through a lot of like social circles, I would say. And yeah, Argentina, like I was raised in the US, but then I was kind of like formed in Argentina, which was kind of cool.
Well, I know you're really close with your family, like your brother and your sister and stuff. And before we like really became friends, I started following you on Instagram. I know, you got in. You were always into so many sports. Like I always saw you like wakeboarding and all that stuff. And so that had to be like an influence from your brother and growing up with boys and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, definitely. My brother Nicky, he's a year and a half older than me, and ever since like I can remember, I'm always just following him and like trying to do everything he does and like be better at him and everything. And so like I played soccer, basketball, swimming, diving. I was a cheerleader, and he was like a football player, so that was kind of cool. Gymnastics, karate, literally did everything.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense because you kind of have a natural like ability with stuff that I've noticed, which is really cool. And let's go back to racing a little bit. Like, you're kind of on a roll. You've obviously been racing for a few years, but really like the last year and more so this year, you kind of like I would consider you kind of arrived, right? Like you've had some results in the past, but this year kind of kicking ass. Like constantly top three podium. You're winning races now. It's been super fun to watch, watch you grow. And I mean, so like going from, kind of getting into the scene and like actually kind of winning and beating racers that maybe necessarily didn't beat before, right? I know at least for me, like when I race and you beat someone that you're not really expected to beat, it's kind of a weird feeling. But it almost makes it easier to beat them again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the level you guys are on, it's not quite as like that. But the whole thought of it, like, what has kind of changed for you, mentality or even like skill wise, or what do you think? What do you think is the what has helped you get to where you are? Training, mental? Is it just confidence, more experience, or what? Like, why do you think you're on such a roll?
Um, I think yeah, confidence definitely helps a lot, and just like believing that you can do it. Um, I I would say like the past races that I did like super good that I beat like paddlers that I never really thought I was gonna be able to beat yet. Um, yeah, it kind of just happened just by like staying focused and just like really believing in myself and my abilities. And I guess like the races that I've won have been like the sprint races with like buoy turns, with which buoy turns are like my forte. So yeah, I don't know. It's been kind of wild. Like, I don't know. It's just a journey that I've been dreaming of this for like the past few years, and it's come, and I'm just like motivated even more to get even better and like be like unreachable. Like,
It's like you get that taste.
yeah, now I want like more.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's funny that you mentioned buoy turns. Like a lot of people comment specifically on your buoy turns when I post something about you or whatever. So we'll drop in some clips of a buoy turn during this podcast. But what event has kind of like stood out for you as kind of like a turning point? I know for me, one of them that sticks out for me, it's not even a race you won, but I remember we brought you out to Carolina Cup. I think it was your first time there, and it starts in the ocean, it comes around the sandbar, and that year we couldn't get the boat through there, so we had to like go all the way back to the inside and meet you guys. So we didn't even really see the start. And then you guys came around, or I think that one started inside.
Yeah.
Because of the high tide on the bridge. So then we had to go all the way around. We saw the start. You guys came around here and we posted up.
Yeah.
Me and Haywood. Shout out to Haywood and Rob and the boys out in North Carolina. They'll be out here in a couple weeks, hopefully. But I remember they came around they're coming around the thing, and we're like, okay, they should be showing up. And I'm like expecting to see April, whoever, kind of, I'm hoping that Juliet's in the mix, right? And come around, there's one person coming around the corner by herself, and it was you. And I remember going, holy shit. Like, wait, what happened? Like Juliet's, I mean, I'm not surprised like you're up with the leaders, but there are no leaders. You're literally by yourself. And then maybe like, I don't know, 400 meters behind was the next group.
Yeah.
I remember you came by and I was like kind of all stuck. I'm yelling at you. You had your headphones and you probably knew what I said, but I was like, wow.
And then I fell in, right? Or something like that. I think something like that
Might have. I just remember going, whoa. And I kind of get, like, I wasn't nervous, but now I was nervous. It's like, wow. Well, they're probably, I'll be surprised if they don't catch her, but I hope she starts making the right decision.
Yeah.
But anyway, that stuck in my mind of like, okay, Juliet's been like, because you can see on socials people are training and doing this, but how much are they really training?
Yeah.
Like I spent a lot of time with you guys in Itzel and Canvas especially, and I know how hard you guys work, right? So you're not going to be fast without putting in the time. But there's other times where I see guys doing that, but they're just not really putting in the work.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, okay, Juliet's really putting in the work if she's that far ahead at this moment in time. So that stood out to me. Like, which events stood out to you as like, wow, okay, like I feel good. I'm fast. There's no doubt about it. I can aim with these girls. Which one kind of did that for you?
I think this past one in Greece was kind of cool. The ICF, that it was a technical race and it was super windy. The race, like the way that they did it was like the first heat was in the morning, and then the second heat was like 3 hours later, and then the finals was even more later. But yeah, the finals, it was cool. Like Caroline got to the buoy first, turned, and then it was me behind her, then Cecilia Pumpinella, and then Suzak, and like all those other girls. And it was 2 laps around, And on the first lap, Caroline led the whole one, and then on the second one, like we were getting to one of the turns that it was like around a rock, like these jetties, and it was super sketchy. And Caroline was there first, but then like I saw my opportunity just to like cut super sharp, like literally on top of the rocks, but like I could have broken the fin, but I didn't, thankfully. And I did that tight turn, and that's when like I just started paddling, like, all right, it's now. And I just like boom 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 paddled, and then I got to the next buoy first, and then I just maintained that and won that race. And I was like, wow, like this is really cool. Like that was the first time actually like winning a race.
That's cool. And I watched that race, and that was super fun to watch. I think you could go watch it.
Yeah, you can watch it on YouTube. Yeah.
So if you want to watch it on YouTube, what would you search?
I think you'd put ICF tech sub technical Greece, maybe 2023.
Okay, so like getting more down to like what you really think changed for you. What do you think that one thing would be? Is it training, a combination of getting to know your equipment better, or just, a little more experience on the road, whatever it is? Like, what do you think? Because you definitely took a step up, right? So it doesn't just happen. There has to be something that kind of clicked for you. So what do you think that specifically would have been?
I think it's a combination of just putting in all the work, training, and the experience I've been getting from like last year's APP races and this year, and just like all that comes together at one point, and you're like, all right, I know how to do this. I'm gaining like more confidence, experience, and obviously getting to know the equipment better for sure. Because like all my other past races, I would kind of just race on any board that was available. And now, like with riding your boards, like I know the Blackfish dugout, I know the flat deck, I know the whiplash, so it's like I know what I'm on, and I know how to like turn it, and I know all that. So I think that definitely is helping a lot.
It definitely makes it harder being one of the smaller brands, like, because as you know, like everywhere you go, there's going to be a starboard, there's going to be probably an NSP and probably an SIC, and sometimes an InfinTREE. So that's been a pain in the ass, but we've kind of navigated it pretty well, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and also like there's been other riders like around like in Greece, like that they like helped me out. Like Tassos, he like lent me his boards to race on both races. Like that was super nice. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
And
It's cool. Like the InfinTREE like community is very helpful that way. And that's a good secret how we get boards.
yeah.
No one's taking boards on planes these days. It's gnarly.
It's hard.
Well, then let's talk about equipment a little bit. So, I want to talk about like paddles and fins, whatever. So, like people like to know like what you race on, what you like. So obviously, we have like three boards to choose from, and I've got footage of you racing on all of them at one point. So, I think for the most part, we ride blackfishes and a lot of things, but there has been times we ride whiplash. Sometimes it's probably because we happen to have one available. Sometimes it's the only one available where, maybe it wasn't the best board, but yeah. So like let's just talk equipment. Like what do you like to ride at Wayne, and we'll talk about paddles and fins and all that stuff. But like, let's talk about the boards. I know my opinion, but it's fun to get your guys' opinion because everyone likes to hear from the athletes.
I like if I could pick like out of the three boards you have for racing, it's probably the flat deck, the Blackfish flat deck, because it's just more of like all conditions, especially like in sprinting. Like I love that board because it gets off the line super quickly, and I ride a 21 and a half in all of them. And yeah, but like recently ridden the Blackfish dugout, and that one's pretty cool, and like downwinding and just more of like choppy conditions. And the whiplash in like flat water is just, it's just a knife. It just it's butter. It's butter. It cuts through the water pretty nicely.
And well, it's funny too because the flat deck, like the Blackfish, is kind of known to be that classic flat deck board, and I feel it really inspired that shape for a lot of brands. Just kind of cool. And I feel like it's overlooked with the pros, at least, because we sell more flat decks than we do dugouts. But the pros and the buzz is the dugout thing, and it's just interesting. Like I ride them both. I've been riding dugouts mostly myself, just because I've been on the flat deck the entire time. So it's
Yeah.
just fun for me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like it's just like that tried and true like flat deck, like you're saying, it could kind of do anything.
Yeah. Like in waves, love it.
It's
so
just
nice.
it can't be beaten off the line. It's so nice. And sure, in flat water, like it might not be as fast like a whiplash or something like that. Like as far as like maintaining,
Yeah.
but it ticks a lot of boxes. So
Mhm.
that's cool. And so like in those, like let's just go like flat deck. It probably, I don't know if it changes, but how often do you change like a fin for conditions? Like are you
Honestly, I'm kind of just like put in whatever fin and go. But I do use the Black Project fins, like the Sonic and the Tiger. But yeah, I kind of really don't like change it up that much. Just
move the fin box or fin up and down a lot or anything like that?
sometimes, like honestly, I'm so new to this sport. Like I'm learning so much in these past 2 years. But I think if you move it like forward, you can turn easily easier. And if it's more back, it's more of a straight line. I don't know, but yeah, I kind of put it like more to the front middle part.
Cool. Then so paddles, I know you use quick blades, and he's made it like that new weird paddle. I think it's called a Stingray.
Yeah.
So I see people messing with that a little bit, and you have more of the traditional one. So like, what's your go-to paddle, and then what do you think about that new Stingray?
Yeah, so I use the 82 UV for technical and sprinting. And then
That's more like the slender kind of blade, right?
it's like the one that has more of the concave part in the middle.
Okay. Oh yeah, like a single concave.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I love that paddle, super good. And then the 77 UV for like longer distances. And yeah, the Stingray paddle is really interesting. Like I like it. It feels super good on the shoulders and everything. The only tricky part would be like not hitting the board because of like the dimension of it. But I feel like if you get it down, like Idsel's using it and he seems to like it a lot. I haven't like built up the courage to use it in like a race yet. Because like I feel like if you're like on the line and you're like, you know how sometimes like on the start line you're like stacked. Like I feel like I wouldn't be able to put it in the water. But I guess it's just practice and like depends on what race you're doing.
I love how it's different. Like back in the day, I rode for Warner, and they had a bench shaft.
I
Popular
saw one
in outrigger.
recently. Yeah.
But they're all want to do a bench shaft, and I used that one. And I really liked it. There's like certain things that work really good for like when you like a choke down stroke.
Yeah.
It was super sick, and so I like how Jimmy does that and tries new stuff. But yeah, like, it's just kind of. I tried it. And it feels like you're saying it feels insane in
Yeah.
the water, but like I kept on clicking my rails. I was like, I don't know about that, but yeah, that's cool. So, Infinity Black Project, quick blade.
Yeah.
It's a tight
That's
kit.
pretty much
It's a pretty tight kit.
that's the triangle.
All right, so I think I know this answer, but I want to hear how you think. But like, how do you think we met and got connected? Or when?
Well, I remember back in the day. Nah, I'm kidding. Like pretty much, nah. In 2019 at the APP in New York, that was like, well, at least I don't know if that was the first time you saw me. I know it's first time a lot of people saw me because that was my first like international like race, and I was on an NSP Carolina in the waves in the sprinting, and I had zero idea what I was doing in the waves. Like I was literally just winging it. I had gotten that board like 3 weeks before, and I was like, oh my goodness, what did I just get? Because it was 21 and a half. And yeah, I think I'm probably like, no, I knew about you before because I was looking for a board sponsor before that race because I didn't have like my own race board and I didn't have a lot of money, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna hit up all these like sub brands. Let's see if anyone really wants to like sponsor me with zero results. And so yeah, I bet. I had like national Argentinian national results, but like no international. Yeah. And so I remember hitting you up and you're like, hey, like congrats on all your results, like that's super awesome. But like but but like we like to meet our athletes before we like sponsor them. Totally true. And I was like, that seems super fair. Like, thanks so much, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, I remember hitting up NSP, and they're like, all right, we'll give you a discount on the board. I was like, all right, I'll take it. And asked my aunt to lend me money. Like, it was a whole thing.
Do what you gotta
I gotta do what I gotta do.
No, that's funny. I remember that.
Yeah.
And like I said, we get a lot of those. So I kind of like didn't even think about that ever again.
Yeah, I did that.
And then I think that, yeah, then we're in New York. I was doing some announcing, which is cool. We had Shay out there. Who else was out there? I think even Slater was out there. Maybe Giorgio, a bunch of those guys. But I remember you did really good in the sprints and as kind of a no name,
Yeah.
right? And because I at that time I've been doing some of the announcing, and we're like, and I could tell you were raw, but like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, like the heat against Seychelles that like I dodged her, who knows how, but I dodged her and then like she didn't catch the wave and then I ended up winning that heat. That was like, oh, what just happened?
Did you make the final in that?
No, I finished in the semis, I think.
I
Yeah.
remember that, and I remember I think you were in the semi with Shay or something. And I was like kind of nervous because it was like pretty stacked. And, oh, the new girl might do it, but she has a dugout, so you know, she might get effed up or something. And I was like, definitely like putting bad mojo on you and the other girls.
Hey, it worked, Dave. Thank you.
Hey, yeah, she's something to look for, right? And then you did pretty good in the distance, but I remember like seeing you kind of in the mix and everything. So that kind of like definitely raised the radar, I think, for a lot of people. So that was actually really smart for you to go to that race. And that was your first AP.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was
Super intimidating. Like all those girls there, like wow, that was like nerve wracking, but at the same time I was like, okay, like I want to keep doing
I was like,
this.
no, I'm not even gonna do the open. I'm just gonna go pro.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Go hard.
Yeah. What 100% in it. So it's funny because like I think InfinTREE, you know, we're kind of smaller and we definitely go about ways a little differently, like with our team and like how we have fun and like our, you know, what we show on social media and stuff. It's like I feel like and it comes naturally, right? We're just posting what we want to post. So I think like on the outside world, a lot of people like always get curious, like what's it like being on Team InfinTREE, right? And at least I get that question too. And because like, you know, we're always having fun. Like people want to hang out, like, you know, after the race, I was like, well, what are you guys doing? Like everyone wants to kind of roll with us. So like what I like this, it's interesting to me to know like what your perception was of the brand. And then now that you've been part of the team, and a big part of the team and a big part of the fun we have, like what it's like, you know, your perception versus reality of being speed.
Oh yeah. I was not aware it was gonna be like this. But oh dude, it's so cool. Like it's yeah, it's like everyone is a little freaky. Like I think that's kind of like something you have to have.
I honestly like singly pick. It's like they kind of come to us.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but it's like I remember just seeing like the boards and everything, and I was like, wow, those look like amazing. And then of course, I remember that time when I like we would always communicate on Instagram, and then one day I was like, Dave, it'd be like a dream of mine to be a speed freak, and you're like, well, let's make it happen. And I was like, wait, what? Like
good timing because I needed another girl, so it was super cool. And like I said, like we met. You fit the mold, and
I was a little freaky. I was a little weird, so. Nah, but it's been awesome.
No, but it's cool because like you're probably like the best with social media and with everybody on the team, which I appreciate. Because then whenever we're on a trip together, between you and me, we're getting like rad content.
We're getting content, yeah.
And you're dropping the reels and all that stuff, so it's pretty freaking fun.
I love it.
Let's talk about some of your nicknames that you have. And like there's an half. I mean,
all right, it's story time, guys. It's story time.
What is this? People are like going.
Okay, yeah. Honestly, this is a traditional Argentinian drink called mate, and yeah, it's basically like just tea leaves, and you have almost boiling water. It's not boiling; it's like super hot though, and yeah, you just kind of pour it in and just sip it through the straw, and yeah, it's just this natural tea. It has a little bit of caffeine in it, and it's good for your digestive system.
Yeah, and you drink it every day.
And I drink it every day.
Yeah, that's good for you.
It's true.
All
Yeah.
right. So anybody wondering what she's been doing here?
It's not a bottle.
But so do you have any nicknames that I could give you?
Nope.
It's just so funny.
I think I have 2 or 3 from you, and
Okay,
that's all I have.
so we call you JWoww.
Mhm.
You know, that one comes out like when you do like when you have like a good heat or something and you remember like, oh, JWoww.
Yeah, just sounds cool.
I think that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then the other one's Shawty.
Y'all know why.
And then the most ambiguous one is 5275. We've even been dropping the hashtags. So
Yeah.
like, what the heck is 5275? Like, is that an area code? Is that some gangster thing? Like, what is that? So should we tell 5275 story?
I mean, Dave, I know you're going to do it anyways.
Okay, so I don't know if it's gonna be as funny right now. We're gonna do a shorter version too. But basically, we're all in North Carolina. We're all in the team house, so there's like 10 of us there. And I don't even know how it came up. I just go, how tall are you?
No, because me and Candace were talking about like my paddles and how like
That's
they
right.
weren't really working for me.
Yeah. So Juliet's trying to figure out her paddle size because like she's messing around with some new blades and this and that. And Candace's like, well, how tall are you? And Juliet's, oh, well, I'm 5'4". And we're all kind of like, no, you're not. She's all, yeah, I am. Like kind of offended, right? And we're all serious. We're not laughing at this point. We're all, there's no way you're 5'4". And she's all, takes out her ID and she's like, look, it even says that on my ID, which we know is all bullshit. You can put whatever you want on your ID. So we're all like, that doesn't mean anything. So, no, guys, it's on my ID. Like super like
Just confident about it, yeah.
So I'm just like, screw this. We're gonna measure you right now. Who's got a tape measure? And of course, June the Machine randomly has a freaking tape measure on his belt.
Yeah.
No reason why, but he has a tape measure out of nowhere. So we're like, all right, take your shoes off. Right against the wall. Okay, flat feet. No, you're on your toes. You know, getting all. And now there's 10 of us measuring.
Yeah.
So we're like, so I have the tape measure on the floor, and I'm raising it like this, right? And we're all kind of watching it go up. And I get to like Juliet's eye line, and she's all, what's it say? What's it say? I'm all, it's not looking good. So we keep going. Everyone's cracking up by now. And we go up there, we put like a book on her to like get the accurate dimensions and everything. And she's kind of like crying,
But
laughing, but like more crying
Yeah.
because she doesn't want to hear the answer. And she's all, what's it say? And I'm all, you're 5'2.75.
I was like, no, this is not happening, no.
So we all start laughing. She's crying, but kind of laughing. We're all just cracking up. And she's like literally beside herself, baffled that she's not 5'4".
Yeah, my whole life is just flying.
So then everybody wants to get measured. But the funny part was, so she's, like we said, she's close with her family. So she has like this giant family group text that you guys communicate on. So she's like, I need to text my family right now.
Gotta tell them the news.
Yeah, so she's all, what'd you type on it?
Yeah, I was like, hey guys, guess what? And everyone's like, what? And I was like, I'm not 5'4". I'm 5'2", 5'5". And then my sister, she's like, yeah, no shit, dumbass. I'm 5'3" and I'm taller than you. And I was like, okay.
That was the best one because my sister's the first one right back and she's all, Juliet's all, guys, guess what? Oh my God, I'm devastated. I am not 5'4". And she writes back like, yeah, no shit, I'm 5'3" and I'm taller than you. So that was freaking funny. So yeah, when you see the hashtag 5275,
Y'all know why.
yeah, there might be some collab merch coming soon. Who knows?
Oh, that'd be sick.
All right. Let's see. We're getting to the end of this fun.
Yeah.
What else I got for you? So like, oh, this is pretty good. I got some good stuff in here.
Nice.
This is my journal. No, but no. Do you still get surprised that like when you meet new people or you're traveling, like people still kind of are surprised that SUP is a sport?
Yes.
Pros in it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So,
Yeah, no, there's people that they're like, wait, there's like
like what?
competition? Like you can compete on a paddleboard? I'm like, yeah. I kind of travel the world doing it, but
You mean the things that I rent that I blow up?
Yeah.
No, that's funny. But like, you know, it's kind of crazy because it's a worldwide sport. There's legit pros in it, like all over the world. There's tours, there's Euro Tour, there's a World Tour, there's, you know, and I mean, really, it looks more and more like it's going to be an Olympics. So that's really cool. But like, you know, when you hear that kind of thing, at least for me, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, why do I care so much about it? You know, like, why am I racing? Like, you know what I mean? So like, for you, obviously it's a passion of yours, but like long run, like, you know, why are you so into it? You know, what makes you be so, you know, striving to win a world title or whatever it is? Like, is it that carrot that it could be in the Olympics? Like, is that what you're holding out for? Is it just because you want to do it? Or like, you know, why be a pro paddler when, you know, we all know we're not making millions of dollars being a pro paddler, at least yet.
Yeah.
You know, what's in it for you, you know,
Yeah. Well, stand up paddle kind of like just the sport got me out of this really like dark place in my life. So it definitely changed my life completely.
you hear a lot about stuff and,
Yeah.
you know, in different ways.
Everyone has their different story.
Personal, like,
Yeah.
reasons like you, sometimes it's just like, you know, someone who wants to lose weight.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was like in this really dark place and then like started paddling and started hanging out with different people and it changed my whole path. And yeah, definitely like I think it's going to be in the Olympics and I think I'm relatively young for like my shot in being in the Olympics. So I'm stoked and I would love to be an Olympian and and also just like I want to not only it's like a personal goal to like be a world champion, but like just to prove that like not prove, but like just to inspire other people that like you don't have to do this like since you were 12 or 10. Like you can start when you're 19. April Zilg, like she started when she was 25. Like it was just there's so many inspirational stories and just to show that you can do anything you put your mind to and if you work hard towards it and you have like good values and you stay humble and you just have to like it's a lot of things but you can do it like if you really want to.
You're definitely like an example of that for sure, which is cool. Okay, so this is the last thing we're gonna do. So, you know, we're gonna play a little game. We like to play a little game on the InfinTREE podcast. This is the first time we're playing, by the way.
We like to do it, but we're gonna start today.
I thought it'd be pretty fun. So, you know, like fantasy teams,
Okay.
like fantasy surfing or fantasy football or whatever. So, like, if you're gonna put together, we're gonna do this for men and women. So, if you're gonna put a fantasy team of men sup athletes, and they have to do certain positions, right? So, like, let's say you have to pick one, like, it has to be a super team. So, if you're going to a competition, like, say, like ISA,
Yeah.
and you can pick any man
Okay.
to represent different disciplines, who would it be and what would it be? Like, you know, like sprint. So, I'm going to put, you know, friggin' Johnny Backfoot in it, you know, whatever.
Okay.
So, like, specific different positions, let's call them. So, like, super team. So, it's 5 men.
Okay.
So, I don't know if there's that many disciplines,
There's
but, like,
not.
let's just call a 5-man team, but like, why would we
Okay.
put them on there?
All right. Sprinting. We got Connor Baxter.
Okay. Pretty good world champion.
Yeah.
I would call him definitely one of the guys on the Mount Rushmore of.
Dude, yeah, like he's just
He's amazing.
yeah, he's amazing, great person, still wins like the sprints like you can see that he has that extra gear that is just so gnarly to watch.
I can attest he's got some depth strength.
Yeah.
Then if I can pick another sprinter, like as a backup for Connor, if like Connor gets sick or something, be Kai Lenny. He doesn't race anymore, but hey, Kai, come back. Then let's see. I'd put Itzel in.
Love for itself.
Yeah, he's my brother. Itzel. I don't know if like long distance or technical, like one of those. Then so I have 3. Tyler Basher, he's got to come back. Tyler is a beast, like T-Bash.
Doing some stuff. I don't know, like he's like Bear vs. Wild right now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be in full honesty. You got Connor
Infinity
kind
people.
of, but
I know.
But that's cool. T-Bash, little youth. So round out this super squad. This is your super squad. So Connor, Kai, Itzel, T-Bash gets the shout out. Who's the 5th?
Michael Booth.
Boothie. That's a pretty good one as well.
That's a solid one. Yeah.
Yeah, Boothie pretty much wins anything.
Yep.
Or
That's good.
Okay, so Kai, Connor Kai, eat Cell,
T-Bash.
Salt. Okay.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Okay, super team woman. You can put yourself in there, but that's not as fun.
No, I won't. I won't.
Let's pick 5 women for your super team.
All right, sick.
Candace Appleby, the goat. Fiona Wild,
Wild child.
Jade Housen for sprinting. Dude, did you see her in the gorge to that first buoy? She's a beast. She doesn't even train. Like that's the cool part about her. Let's see. Other women. We've got April Zilg.
April, yep.
And I'm going blank.
Candace,
Oh,
Fiona, Jade, April, and rounding out the super squad.
I'm gonna say Cecilia. No, wait. Oh, dang it.
You said it already.
Cecilia or Esperanza. Like one of those two. Like,
Yeah, that's a tough one. All 5 could be inter-rotated, but Cecilia, she's from Italy.
and she's super young. Like she's
Yep.
she's still a junior. She has 2 years still in junior.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It's
And
really
then Esperanza's, of course, from Spain.
yeah, and she's just I think like currently she's just the overall
Yeah, she's
champ right now.
Okay, so that's pretty solid. So super teams are done. Okay, so we're gonna do top 3. What can we call it? Top 3 with the InfinTREE. This is the first time we're doing this. Okay, so three questions, 3 answers each. 3 tips for pre-race. What do you do? What are 3 things you do before a race and that you think help you win or prepare for the race?
Okay.
1 is mate.
first one is praying. So that's like the mental game there. Talk to God. 2 would be good sleep. You gotta have those 8 hours. You gotta have them. And then warm up.
Nice warm-up.
Nice warm up. You gotta have the warm
I
up.
think that's one thing that the pros are good at that maybe like the open people don't take as serious.
Yeah.
Really good warm up.
Mm-hmm.
And like especially Candace, she'll do like a 20-30 minute warm up.
Yeah, Julie can go for a little run before.
Yeah. She'll do a lot of crazy stuff because she likes to do the workout before the hike of the run, and then when we get back, we're gonna finish off with another workout. But okay, so top 3 favorite paddle events must go to. Like which ones during the year are you not missing? 3 events that you're like I go every year because I love going to.
Well, I've only been doing this like really for 2 years.
So.
But yeah. I would say
It shouldn't be this hard.
It is though because like
I've done APPs but they're all in different places every year.
Okay, so which one?
So which one did I really like?
I bet you like. Everyone seems to like Korea.
that's what I was gonna say.
Okay, so
I'm going back this year.
okay,
So
Korea, AP.
Busan, Korea. Does it have to be one I've done? Or can it be one I'd love to go to?
I mean, I know the boys in North Carolina Pro-Am might be kind of psyched if you name them, but I'm not.
Okay, Carolina Pro-Am. Shout out.
Come on, it's a fun.
No, yeah, it is a really cool event. People,
It's kind of don't miss it because it's one of the only USA-based surfing events.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Why
true.
wouldn't you go? It's
oh, and the gorge. The gorge is really cool.
And the
I'm
gorge.
going there every year now. Like
okay, solid one. So Korea,
Korea.
Carolina
Carolina
Pro-Am,
Pro-Am.
which you picked, not me, and then the gorge.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks, Juliet, for coming into the InfinTREE podcast. Immediately, what's next? Where are you going from here? Obviously, you're here for like a couple more days, but then where to?
Tomorrow. But yeah.
Okay, you leave tomorrow, and then where'd you go? And then what's next?
yeah, so after here, I'm going to New Jersey to see my family. And then I'm going to go to Brazil to train with Lena. And then my next race is going to be Busan in October. And then hopefully Thailand in November.
Nice schedule. So, is there anybody you want to thank give some shout outs to, say hello to. And we got to give a shout out to your mom for sure. She'll be the first one to like and comment on this.
Yes, for sure.
Shout out to my whole family, mom, dad, brothers, sister, nephews, nieces, just everybody, aunts, uncle. I have such a big family, like, and everyone is so supportive. Like, yeah, I definitely, like, where I've gotten to now, like, was not by myself. Like, it's thanks to you, thanks to my family, thanks to God, thanks to everybody. It's a team effort. And yeah, shout out to everyone that's helped me get to where I am, and just InfinTREE, QuickBlade, Black Project, and Jesus Christ.
Nice. And then if people want to follow you, find you, where's the best ways to get in touch with you?
Instagram is sup Juliet, like sup Juliet, and and yeah, that's pretty much. And then Facebook is like my athlete thing is Juliet DuHaime.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna give my phone number out.
Yeah, not here. Maybe on the DM. Maybe not though. All right.
Good.
Thank you guys. See you on the next one. InfinTREE podcast. This is going to be on wherever you can find our podcast, and also on YouTube because we're videoing these things now. I'm pretty high tech with Johnny Batford behind the ones and twos. Thank you guys. Thank you, John. And we'll see you in the next one.